This is the mother of all blues runs. Okay, E minor. Okay, continuously increasing the diagonal. Okay, a lot of different ways you can approach it. Okay, it doesn't make a difference. The idea is that you constantly. Okay. Now it doesn't have to be exactly the same. You know, you can change positions as you're progressing through. You don't have to always play 3 on the bottom. You can play any series you want. The idea is that you're constantly progressing diagonal. Okay, because a lot of people tend to get stuck in a box. Do a line, go to the next box. Do a line, get the next box. You have to learn to progress through shapes. You know, and not just, you know, in one direction. You understand? The idea is to be able to play things in a spiral. That's really your goal. Because if you can play in a spiral, you can play in all directions. You can play up, you can play down, you can play diagonal, backward, and forward. So learning to spiral is very important. That's why a lot of times I show you exercises. I show you go up one, down, another up. That spiral shape really gets in your head of getting outside the box form. So just don't try to copy this exact. Copy the idea of playing diagonally. Okay. Eventually, you can actually play backwards diagonal. For instance, I only do this with major scales and minor scales because it sounds a little off on purpose. But for instance, going down. Okay, so cool little. Let me change pickups to actually hear what I'm doing. There you go. And you want to connect it to the top, diagonal down, diagonal up. There you go. And you have your V. Okay? So these are outside patterns that when you get bored with your natural practice, just throw it in. You're never going to use it often, but even if you just have one position where you're in a line, you're like, oh, good enough. You saved the day by being able to go diagonally.